Hello,
What is it?
hello guys. Today is Tuesday.
The 13th, yeah.
No, it's the 13th
No.
of May. May the 6th.
No, I've lost a week.
Let me
No,
double check. May the
it's
6th.
because we're dealing with stuff for next week.
It's
What are
very
your travel
stressful.
plans are.
Very
Anyway,
stressful.
hi guys. We're just sitting down with a coffee this week. We are drinking. You say it because you sound lovely when you say it.
Espíritu Santo.
Or as the Geordie would say, Espíritu Santo.
So translation for Espíritu Santo is the Holy Ghost. So don't.
Oh, no.
It's not about us. That's the name of the farmer. And
That's
that
my
farm.
notes.
The farmer is Max Peñalba, and that's the name of the farm Espíritu Santo. So that's why we name it that way. Sorry, I will adjust that.
Yes, he's a very dedicated farmer, and the notes on this coffee, punchy balanced profile with floral, dark sugar and caramel notes.
Yeah, and the thing is like again, it is different for everybody because it's your own palate will pick some other notes that some of other people will note. So it's more because it has been washed as well. Some of the flavors has been a little bit like softened. No, I would
Softened,
say
yeah.
softened. So floral can be something more like people will refer to floral. Can be something like herbally. Other people will be like roses. People will have a different type of expression to that word floral.
So on our website now, have you seen the reviews of each coffee come up? So
Yeah.
someone says, excellent service and coffee. John Whiffen has just said, this is a great coffee to start the day. I can definitely smell floral when I drink it.
Okay. I mean, this is not a way to copy, and we're just having a cup of coffee and get you all explains. For me,
I don't know.
so
You
for
do-
me,
you
it's
know.
like if you ever try La Paz, I mean, this is coffee is from La Paz area, so from Marcala, but it has those floral notes. I am more
It's got a
for the
nice body.
sweetness, has a nice body. It's a light body,
I don't think it's
on the
particularly
background.
light.
That's all. That's my
I would definitely listen to Wilmer because I don't know what's happened to my palate.
No. Well, we have an experience last weekend about listening to Wilmer about it. So we were in the markets. The experience we had in the markets. Can we share that?
Of course.
So we have a customer. We are dealing. We go into local markets as the way we started the business. We do in barracks. We do a Kisai. We're trying to do some other ones depending of the area. You will see the calendar on our website. But in the Kisai, we're trying to be in the Kisai every Sunday. We have a range of customers who come and visit us. This gentleman came and say he don't drink coffee. So as always, me and Queens always say, but why? Tell us why. And he said he get acidic reflux and heartburns. Reflux. That's the word. Really bad
Simple.
reflux, like to the way that is painful. So I told him, right, that happened when it's a heavy concentrated. Right away, I say because you're drinking heavy concentrated caffeine,
It's totally drinkable black, by the way.
yeah, it's really
I'm
good.
not going to pour it into my legs this time.
So I mentioned to him like by drinking heavy caffeinated coffee, generally Robusta coffee or Robusta blended blends that include Robustas and Arabica, it causes that pain because it's almost like it's too harsh, too much. And the majority of corporation coffee or franchises or brands out there, they do those type of blends. And eventually, if you go to a coffee shop, unless it's a specialty coffee shop, you will get that type of blend, and you get like those.
Yeah,
like
I think historically blends have always been where they've had the sort of the majority of the coffee was like Robusta or a cheap
Yeah.
coffee, and
They
then
dilute it.
push the flavors in with the Arabica and the more expensive, but then it makes it more accessible to more people.
To some people, yeah.
But things like
Yeah.
reflux
Like health problems and
might
issue.
put people off.
And I
yeah.
mentioned to him, like, with our coffee, we have these ones before for a few customers, but I mentioned it to him saying, you know what, with our coffee, I drink 5 to 10 cups of coffee a day. No, I have the similar problem. If I go to a cafe shop, I wouldn't say I'm a brand, but if ever an emergency, I need to have a coffee in the go in the, or in the airport, or, I get those, like a stomach pain, like it's
Yeah.
really uncomfortable because of the result. And I say, you know what, this happened because these reasons, our coffee, a specialty coffee, eventually you will have less caffeine, it's well-balanced coffee, well-produced, not chemical use. Try it on us. We offer 1 cup of coffee for free to this gentleman.
God, spending my money.
I know. But I know what we're selling, so we believe in what we're doing. He went and say, happen in a couple of hours, happen right away. Today we got an email with a feedback, and Ellie will read the email. The feedback.
I met you. What accent is it? Where's he from?
Northern. So
just my accent. I met you on Sunday morning on Newcastle Quayside, where you kindly gave me a coffee that wouldn't get me acid reflux happen. Well, you were right. I didn't have time to come back, but I want to order some for delivery for my cafetiere. Which one was it? Thanks and best regards. Beep, beep.
Yeah, we'll keep the name. So.
Well, yeah, we haven't had,
So it was amazing. And even Queens was surprised and said that, what we explained to him actually was true. To all of you, drinking better quality coffee, it helps so you don't get the jitters, but also you don't get the stomach burn. So you can drink more coffee, but enjoy more.
Well, and news updates this week. I should have my sunglasses on. Dun, dun, dun. News updates. Black Healthy is officially FDA approved. Black coffee. Damn it. Black coffee is officially healthy according to the FDA. There was no article. Basically, the FDA have reviewed all of the articles. I don't know if it's specifically specialty coffee. I don't think it is. It's just black coffee.
I think it will be a specialty coffee. They just saying coffee because they generalize coffee. Yeah. But I guess the better quality, the healthier it will be.
Yes. So this is black coffee. This is healthy. But if we do this, less healthy. Apparently, it's got to be less than 5 calories per cup to be classed as like FDA health food.
Okay, we should get a nutrition for our coffee and
I know.
And then let people all the stuff. Yeah, at some very soon. Hey, black coffee is healthy, and Caribe coffee is even healthier.
Yeah, so it is. Yeah,
we have 2 good points this week for how healthy your coffee is.
Okay. So I thought we could have a chat about the business and whatnot. Now we had a lady or gentleman, data protection, could be a person, bought some coffee and they bought the wrong grind. So they bought bean rather than grind. Mm-hmm. We posted it out and then they got in touch. They're good customers and they said they'd made a mistake. It was sort of their fault. And they, there was no sort of complaint or anything. It was just, what can we do? So I said, we'll cover the cost. You can return it because they hadn't opened it or touched it. And we'll send one out for them. And because I sort of had a bit of a thought process about, well, should we cover the cost of the postage or not? It wasn't our mistake, but at the same time, I was thinking, if we had a bricks and mortar shop and somebody went in and they bought something and they bought the wrong thing, they would just go back with the receipt and exchange it. Yeah. So it's not really customers' problem that we're online. We have to sort of make it our
We need to make it easy.
It's all about trying to removing obstacles to get people to buy and make people feel safe. And then I was like, well, that's going to be like a huge cost to online businesses. But actually, if you think about it, bricks and mortar, they have to pay a member of staff to be in there. Yeah. They have to pay rent, rates, electricity to be open. Okay. So that's where that cost is. So actually, I was more than happy to send them a label.
Return label. Yeah, and also the customers appreciate it. This is not the first time it happened. With the thousands of customers that we have through the years. We normally trying to make it easy for a customer. If you're one of them, let us know, comment below, tell, because we have a few customers who generally do a mistake and we right away saying, you know what, we will solve the issue. Most of the time we trying to say, you know what, don't worry, we will send you a replacement. If it's not in, we cover all the expenditure, and that's generally
that's a no-brainer. If it's
but some people or customers don't know, how I would say how good our protocols are as a company. Like if we generally make a mistake, we try to be there. Mm-hmm. If a customer make a mistake, we generally as well there, like saying, you know what, we want you to have coffee.
Exactly. Keep you happy.
Yeah, and we have replaced. We send the coffee when as soon as we can, and we try to be as efficient as it is. Doesn't matter who's the mistake. So as a company, we try to probably do the best. I guess. And if you're one of them, comment, share with other people what is your experience with us.
Are we nice?
Yeah, are we nice? Is our team nice? The roastery nice? Sometimes the roastery get a little bit busy, but
How are you finding nice your coffee?
It's different. So for me personally, right? It's like drinking your favorite rum, wine or whiskey, right? You will have something always that you like the most.
Mm-hmm.
So Espíritu Santo is great. It's different. For me, has that. Even some people will say that it's similar to other ones. I can feel the differences.
Mm-hmm.
So I would prefer something more. The word used mellow.
Right.
You know, more
I'm
more, more on
enjoying
the
this
sweetest
one.
side naturally. So
I had one earlier on, and I found it quite earthy. But now this one,
who made that one?
Yeah, Wilmer makes much nicer coffee than me.
Sorry.
You put like
I say sorry because I
love into
normally
it.
chose them. But it's very personal. So bear with us as well. What I want trying to say as well, every coffee tastes different, and all our coffee will taste different because we have single estate, single origin, the variety for you. So don't feel like you're buying coffee from Caribe Coffee, all the coffee will taste the same. If you don't like one, it's okay.
Oh yeah, that's
but bear with that because it's different.
Yeah, maybe get a small bag or a sample if you're not sure, especially with some of the more premium ones.
Yeah.
The farmers are quite experimental, and I mean that in the nicest possible way. They're trying different processes, different growing, different
implement the natural fauna flavor into
farming different flavors. You know, so there's a lot going on. And if you have any questions, just drop us an email. We'll be more than happy to share our experiences. But that's one of the reasons that we're doing this, really, is to talk about.
Of course, I'll talk about how different the coffee is. But I would go something more like, L'Empira, La Paz, some of my favorite. Copant it's a way to go. I mentioned it before. I love Jaguar, but Jaguar is really punchy. So I can have one cup, but I wouldn't have many.
Much for you,
I wouldn't have many through the day. So I try to find something that actually is more mellow. So probably a lot of people are like us. Some people know. We have customers who drink a kilo Jaguar in a week. So, you know.
Yeah, hardcore.
So what else, Ellie?
Oh, the only other thing I noticed online coffee news was that a couple of the big coffee corporates had been pulled by the ESA for advertising incorrectly. They did argue back, but it was to do with compostable pods and the term compostable. So technically their pods are compostable, but they far? Well, no, but they have to go to an industrial composting place. And apparently the ads that they'd use suggested a lot more that it was home compostable. Yeah. So a mild greenwashing. Yeah. But I mean, I have to say, you know, it really depends on what area in the country you are, how well your council is set up for industrial composting and things. Yeah. I know Northumberland could be better.
I know.
Unfortunately. Which is another reason we don't use pods.
Yeah, we're trying to minimize the packaging, and the package that we use, we're trying to expend more money to make it easy.
What I did like is that both of the companies, it's Dualit and Lavazza, they said they were just trying to get across that the materials that they use in the pods are all natural, as in not plastic, which I know, but to be fair, it's better than using plastic. It's just going to still take a while to break down.
Yeah. It's still, it is what it is. I know I will not comment into those names. Okay.
It's fine, but that's it. What else have we done this week? You've done markets over the weekend. Somebody's birthday is coming up, end of the week.
Oh, it is. Oh, again.
You old now.
Yeah, I'm getting older. Yeah. And we have other topics to talk about. We've been just coming to my mind. We've been tagging, posting LinkedIn about, how the carbon footprints and stuff like that, and companies doing and not doing. We will talk about that the next time because it's a good topic to talk, but it's really big.
Just the coffee industry.
The coffee industry, but the overall thing is like people trying to put into the planet and the forest, but the big corporation companies, they don't want to give back to the farmers, who are the people who look after the farms or after the ancient forest. So I think sharing the cake has not been equal for so many, but all the weights go back to the farmers for some reasons, or like the farmers are responsible.
Is that what the article said?
Well, no, sort of, but it's like, why the farmers are getting this and that and that. And it's like, but, big companies, and we'll not say the names, but they make millions and millions in profit, but they not reinvest it back. They say they do, but they just like, destroy our fauna, and they don't want to pay their good share to the farmers to keep looking after those lands. People who actually want to do the work. So, but we will talk about more in detail.
Yeah, but we've had some lovely feedback on coffee reflux, so that's good.
Positive.
Trying to end on a positive note, guys. See you next week. Thanks a lot. Bye.